All right, this is a very short Yom Yom, but it's very deep and perhaps the most difficult of all of them. It goes better to the translation is, let's just read the Hebrew and translate. It says, the second Rebbe of Chabad said in the name of the first Rebbe of Chabad, his father. What did he say? Ahavas Yisrael b'darf darnemen bizmitzuya nefesh. It says loving another Jew has to how do you say consume a person? Darnemen bizmitzuya nefesh until your soul goes out. Your soul goes out. The translation is okay, but I think it's not sharp enough. I think this is what I think. Matzoy and nefesh means like something that's unbearable to you. It's unbearable. Matzoy and nefesh, right? You have to save people. You're saving people from drowning. You're on a bridge. There's people that are drowning, and you're saving people, and you haven't got energy to do it. But you have to. So you save one, you save two, and that's it. You can't do any more. There's another person to say, I can't do it. I save it, but help me, please. I can't until matzoy nefesh, until your soul goes out. Saving and helping the Jew. So sometimes doing a favor for another Jew, helping another Jew, helping another person, right? It has to be with, you want to say, with self-sacrifice. But matzoy nefesh means until the only way you can help another person is by awakening new powers in your soul, right? All the money in the world, all of this. There's some people, I know some people, maybe the best example that I can think of this is Professor Viktor Frankl, that he spent his whole life, basically one of the main things he did was preventing suicide. And there's all different levels of suicide, how people, they get into depression and aggression, how they, so I'll tell you the story again, but I've told you the story so many times, but here's an example of it. As he was the head of a big university, a university, a hospital, or maybe it was just a general hospital, but a general psychiatric hospital in Vienna. And of course, he had to work all the time. He was a very intelligent person, very genius, and he was the head of the department, so he had to tell everybody what to do. And he got very little sleep. One night, in the middle of his sleep, called up a lady, and she said she wanted to commit suicide, but her friends convinced her to call him up. So he asked her a few questions, and she talked, and after about 15, 20 minutes, a half an hour, he said, listen, man, I really want to help you. Please, I'm tired now. I can't think straight. I work in this hospital. Come to the hospital. Tell them you want Professor Frankl, and I'll take care of you. So she came the next morning, and she said, Doctor, I'm not going to commit suicide. And he said, listen, did I say something to you in the nighttime? Was it something I said? Because I was so tired, I didn't know. He said, no, I didn't understand anything you said. But I said to myself, if there's a person, a doctor, a busy man, that he can take out a half an hour in the middle of the night from his sleep to listen to some insane lady, maybe the world is not such a bad place. Maybe I should stay in the world. Maybe I should stay in the world. So it's sometimes like, you can bring a lot of examples from all the people in the Chabad houses and etc. But this, I think, is a very blaring example, and that he saw the results of it. Loving another Jew has to consume a person completely. But here he means, no, biz matzoy nefesh, that you have to do it until the only reason you can do it, there's no logic behind it, there's no power in yourself, only just your soul. New soul powers above and beyond any sort of justification have to be used to love another Jew. Jews that you would normally hate, you would. As we'll talk about more, God willing, tomorrow. Now, here's a story.